I've had people ask, how do you do this loose floral look where you've got just kind of these colors running together and fun, kind of easy loose florals? They look easy, but sometimes when people try them, they're disappointed because they're not getting the outcome that they want. So I'm going to show you some tricks that you can learn. Easy ways to do this. I have a new brush I'm super excited about. I'll show it to you. It's a Raphael Soft Aqua. It's number 805. It's a size 4 and it's a fat brush and I love it. And the secret to painting loose florals is use a big brush. It works really well. And how you hold your brush makes a big difference. If you kind of bring your hand up to the front, you have a lot more control and you can get tiny little lines and you can get details. If you go to the back, you're a lot looser and you can kind of just have like a loose look to your brush. So let's get started. I am gonna try to stick with a limited color palette. And I've got, these are my favorite paints. So this is my palette and it's got mostly Daniel Smith, Sennelier, and a couple Winsor Newton paints in here. And the reason I like Daniel Smith is because, here are my colors, is because they have some really pretty qualities like granulation. So if you look at like these guys, the variation of color and granulation is where you can see the little bits of minerals, or like this one, Rose of Ultramarine, I love. It's kind of a purpley, reddish, I don't even know. And then like, why do I have 4 or 5 blacks in here? Because they're all so different. This is a bluish black, this is a warmer black. This one doesn't have as much granulation. This one does, and almost looks like little bits of sand in it. Look at that color. This is Jadeite, Cascade. I can talk about some of my favorite colors in a different video, but let me just show you, whoops, this. Start by dropping your brush on your paper and make a big mess. I'm gonna start with this big guy, and I think what I'm gonna do is maybe like a petal flower. So what color do I want to start with? I'm gonna go with the Sennelier color maybe on the sky. So I've got this kind of all lined up on here. Let's see. I'm gonna go here. This is a pretty one. All right. Doesn't matter what colors you choose. I'm not going to tell you the colors because I just want you to kind of watch how I do this. See where I'm holding my brush? Right now I'm kind of up close and I press and pull. I'm going to grab some purple, press and pull in here. So I'm just like grabbing all these colors. That's a Quinacridone Violet. And I'm just kind of doing that here. And then I'm going to do another one. Press and pull to make petals. If you want a little color variation, you can clean your brush, give it a little swirl, and you can maybe grab another color like an amethyst or like another purple, and just drop that into the bottom. So there's that. Sometimes I like to mix opposite colors together. So if I'm gonna do a purple, I wanna do like a yellowy flower. And these are really pretty. I like this Aussie gold. This is right here. Swirl that. Sometimes it's hard with the big brushes to get good colors, but I'm gonna do maybe like a flower like this, some big petals. Maybe I'll put a little bit of like what color is this? Like a Scarlet Lake in here. Fun, and I'm just gonna drop that into the beginning of the petals. The secret to some of these loose florals is if you add a little bit of black or like a darker neutral, it makes it a little bit more exciting and more fun, along with small shapes and big shapes. So let's pick our greens for the leaves. And I want to be deliberate about the colors that I pick. Sometimes what I'll do, I love this jadeite, is I'll take a little bit of the green that I'm going to choose and I'll neutralize that a little bit with some of the floral color that I had used before. So I'm gonna grab some of that. And then I have kind of a neutral green that I can drop other greens into. See how I make those leaves? I'm just gonna press and pull. And then I'm gonna go back in here and I'm gonna grab some of this green. I'm gonna put some more green in here. And I'm gonna do maybe another leaf. I don't want all the greens to be this dull. And I did tape it off so I can go right over the edges and it'll have a nice edge. And I don't wanna make things symmetrical, so 2 leaves on both sides, not working. I definitely wanna mix it up a little bit. I think my greens need to be a little bit brighter. Let's go up here. Make some smaller leaves. And then what else can I do? I think we need maybe a little bit of black in here. I'm gonna grab, oh, I like this one. This is the Sennelier black. And I'm just gonna do some here. And it is gonna get into the flower a little bit, but I think that's what makes it look kind of cool. Maybe some of these little guys. So there's that. And if I don't like that was a little bit too much black on here, all you can do, you can just dab this up, go back and add more paint later. I feel like it needs a little bit more yellow as well. Maybe wash this a little bit. And I might not only work with this brush. I don't know yet though. I'd add maybe some little yellow flowers. If I kind of focus on yellow and purple or just neutrals, just pick one color theme, make it look really pretty. Like this guy. I don't like how dark that turned out. I feel like that needs to be over here too. Maybe I'll make one of these. Sound like Bob Ross. I'm gonna make one of these happy little flowers. Like we need maybe like a rose or something. Let's add a rose in here. And it's okay if these blend together a little bit. It's not gonna hurt anything. Actually makes them look a little bit more interesting. And it neutralizes the color a little. Like see how that orange gets into that rose? My big thing with these brushes is it's kind of a press and pull. This is looking a little messy, but it's okay. Let me grab some green. A couple leaves here. And this would be fun as a pattern. Could do this like for like a wrapping paper or wallpaper or something. Just adding a little bit of black in here. You can use a really big brush for anything, you just have to touch it very lightly if you want smaller lines. Let's see if we can do this guy. Oh, I just dropped some color in there. And if you accidentally drop color somewhere, you make a big old mess, it's totally fine. Nothing bad will happen. Your painting might be bad, but you can always throw it away and make a new one. Let's do a little bit more of this Aussie Gold. This color is called Aussie Gold from Daniel Smith. It's one of my favorites. It's really bright. This is like a few minutes. It only takes a few minutes to do this. If you just feel like you need to do a little painting real quick. I left this whole corner. So I had some super dark leaves over there. And then I'm gonna do some super light leaves as well. Mix your greens up a little bit.
It's fun to see how different the paint looks when it's wet versus when it's dry. Here is an up-close look at some of the paint. You can see the granulation is beginning. As it dries, it granulates a little more and things change a little bit. And you can always paint over it if you don't like it. Here is the finished project. Remember to come back, subscribe, and visit more often for more videos. Have a great day.